Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, there's no putting a happy face on this one. It's sounding really bad for Joker. Everyone hates it. Very few people like it. A few people do. Most people hate it. Um, and I haven't really listened to all the full spoiler videos, but I've sort of slipped into a few spoiler ones and got a little bit of an idea of some things. And let's just look at the production side. This film, the first film cost 60 or 70 million, made $1 billion. Obviously they wanted to make another movie, so they decided to, even though there was no artistic reason to, no merit, no reason, there was financial reasons, so they basically made it happen. And it cost over $200 million to produce this film. Now, looking at the trailers, looking at the footage, it looks like a $40-50 million film, really. It's just people in rooms talking, and a couple of musical numbers on some abstract looking, sets. It's like, how do they spend $200 million? Is that how much they had to pay to get Joaquin back and to do a film that didn't have any reason to be made except for, money? So that's the first sort of criticism. And sort of the scary thing is it's only projected to make about 50 million. The first film made about 90 something million. So it cost twice as much and it's projected to make half as much. Oh my God, this is going to be a huge flop. And this is not Gaga's first flop. She's certainly not a box office draw. She might be a good actress. Honestly, I hated Star is Born. Instead of doing something new, they just remade the Barbara Streisand version, because what you don't realise about A Star is Born is each Star is Born, each time it's been redone, it's been done in like the current contemporary medium. It started off being a film about a theatre actress, and then it became a woman in film doing musicals, and then it became a rock star, and the next iteration, it should have been something different, should have been something new, should have been whatever was contemporary for now. Maybe it would have been an influencer, but instead they just went back and remade the Barbara Streisand version about a rock star because Gaga could see herself as a rock star. So yeah, and she wasn't great in it. One of the few films I was cringing in, and other people in the audience were cringing as well and yelling out at the screen. I'm like, wow, I'm not the only person who hates this. And people hated the Gucci film that she made with the bad accent and that, where she just was like a cartoon character, although the real person she was based on is a bit of a character. So, so this might be a huge flop. Some of the criticism is that Gaga isn't in the film. All the scenes we've seen of them filming on the streets aren't in the film. She's just in a couple of scenes. You don't really see a lot of scenes of them together. The story is that she apparently, spoilers, is a stalker who is into violent men, who checked herself into Arkham Asylum so she could meet Arthur, who has apparently reverted back to Arthur after a couple of years of being in jail. He sort of lost that Joker persona. And basically the first half of the film is him in jail, and them sort of some scenes of them together and a lot of musical scenes which just seem to stop the story and stop everything, and people aren't engaging in them, they're just cringy. And then the second half is a courtroom drama where they basically try him for everything he did in the first film. And the ending, I don't know for sure, but someone said they didn't like the ending, and it wasn't what happened they had a problem with, it was the execution. So I'm like, I'm getting the hint that they actually find Arthur guilty and kill him at the end of the film, and that's why the fans are hating the film, because they kill the Joker, literally and figuratively and in every way. Now, I haven't checked that out yet, because I don't want to know. I don't want to be spoiled. So there may be other people who've already done spoiler review videos who have told the ending and it's not what I'm guessing it is. But, I really shouldn't be guessing when it's out there, but I don't want to know. So, okay, so it's just sounding really bad. Cost twice as much money. It's looking like it's going to earn half as much. There are a lot of people who didn't like the first film who aren't going to come back, and people who like the first film who don't like the sound of this one. People who don't like Gaga who aren't going to come. People who don't like musicals who aren't going to come. People who like Gaga and musicals who are not happy with how little she's in the film and how the musical numbers don't do anything to expand on the characters or give them any depth or move the story forward or anything positive. They're just there for some reason. None of it makes any sense. And the whole film seems to be about deconstructing the Joker, and the people who love the Joker and who related to him emotionally and what he was going through. All the incels, who loved the film because they felt the same thing he did. Apparently, they now get to see him held accountable, and that it's very political, and basically putting them back in their box, and they don't like it. So, not sure, haven't seen it, but it sounds like it's going to be a disaster, and it's probably going to take the heat off Megalopolis, which everyone's talking about how much of a disaster that is. It looks like Joker is going to come out and be the critical sort of focus and whipping boy after Megalopolis has slinked off into the shadows. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. This is not a review. I haven't seen the film, but it's just everything I've heard sounds bad, and this sounds bad, and I'm worried for it. But clearly there won't be a third film. Maybe they're making such a bad second film that they wouldn't be asked back to make a third film because they didn't want to make second one in the first place.